What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to review the ISinWheel S9Max electric scooter. This electric scooter is a beginner friendly commuter electric scooter that will get you from point A to B without a problem. Anyway, starting off with the price, this scooter will go around $369 currently, and as an addition you will be getting a free bag that is mounted on the front of the scooter and the app that comes with it as well. The dimensions of this scooter unfolded is around 45 inches by 17 inches by 45 inches. If you do decide to fold this, it will be 45 inches by 17 inches by 19 inches. The folding feature is definitely very handy just because if you want to travel and need more space in your trunk of your car, or you could put it in the back seat of your car, it will definitely fit in that space and there won't be a problem at all. Next coming up will be the weight, which will weigh around 34 pounds. So it is fairly light. It's a nice zippy nimble scooter. It's not too heavy. You could definitely carry it. It's definitely better than other scooters out there that could weigh up to 60 pounds. The max load of this scooter will be around 264 pounds. If you're a heavier rider, you are definitely going to get less range and performance out of this scooter. Next up, looking at the brakes, you will have two different types of brakes on this electric scooter. First off, you have your rear brake, which is a mechanical disc brake, which is a very handy feature just in case your other brake cuts out. Now the other brake will be your front brake, which is your regenerative braking. The regenerative braking will be in the front end of the scooter, and your rear mechanical disc brake will be in the rear of the electric scooter. Now when I did a brake test, you could definitely notice that the mechanical disc brake is way more powerful. If you even clamp it hard enough, the rear wheel will actually lock and you could do slides. So I will definitely give props to that disc brake. It will definitely slow you down. The regenerative e-brake is more of a power saving brake. You could definitely get a little bit of energy back if you use that brake. If you're very conservative riding and you could only use the e-brake, then you should be good to go. But just for emergencies, I feel like that mechanical disc brake will definitely come in handy. Next up, moving on to the wheels, you will be looking at 10-inch honeycomb airless rubber wheels. Now these wheels are airless tires, so basically you could ride it throughout the city and you will be getting zero flats at all. There are some advantages and some disadvantages with rubber tires. However, for this electric scooter in this category, I feel like it is a perfect type of tire to use, especially riding in a city like New York City where you could easily get flats very often. So you will be getting a good amount of grip with these rubber airless tires and you will have zero worries about any flats. Now, since this is an electric scooter, you will be having suspension as well. Yes, that is right. For $370, you will have an electric scooter that has front and rear dual suspension. The front suspension is in the mini forks in the front end of the scooter, and the rear suspension is actually located underneath the scooter, right behind the wheel, right behind the battery. It is in a very snug place, so they have definitely done a great job. Now, my particular opinion about these suspension, it's definitely not the most comfortable suspension, just because there's little travel in each spring. However, you know, it is suspension and you're getting front and rear suspension at that price, so I feel like it's a pretty fair deal. And then just looking at some safety features, as you can see, it will be equipped with a headlight and a tail light. And what is handy about the tail light is as you brake, either the mechanical disc brake or the e-brake, that tail light will start flashing to indicate other riders that you are slowing down, which is a really handy safety feature overall. Moving on with the components, the battery that this electric scooter will be using is a 370 watt hour or 10 amp hour lithium ion battery. You will be able to achieve an advertised range of around 22 miles. However, when I tested out this scooter in around 40 to 45 degree weather in sports mode, going around 15 to 18 miles per hour, I got around 13 miles of range. Please keep in mind that the rider weight, the temperature, the wind, all these little bits of pieces could affect your range. I feel like 13 miles is a good enough range for the scooter you are getting, and the charge time will be around 4 to 6 hours with their 2 amp charger included. On top of that, you will have a USB port located on the side stem of the electric scooter where you could charge your phone or any other devices. Looking into the top speed, this scooter is advertised to reach a top speed around 21 miles per hour. However, when I tested out this electric scooter, I got around a max top speed of 18 miles per hour. It's not the biggest difference, however, I feel like 18 miles is still fast enough. The motor it will be using is a 500 watt motor, which is located in the front as I mentioned. So this scooter will be a front wheel drive, which could have some of its safety benefits where you won't be slipping out easily if it was placed in the rear, and front wheel drive could be a little bit more beneficial as well in terms of range. The hill climb they claim with the scooter will be around 20%. However, in my opinion, it does struggle a little bit with hill climb, so please be a little bit considerate where you climb hills with this scooter, because if it is steeper than 20%, you will have to push up at some point. The IP rating ISinWheel will claim is around IP54, so you could definitely have some resistance to water such as puddles, or a slightly wet road shouldn't affect the scooter at all. When I tested out this electric scooter, I did ride it in the rain in very wet conditions and I was completely dry. However, please keep in mind it will void your warranty if you decide to do that. Now, you know how I mentioned the free accessories before? And yes, you will be getting a free scooter bag located on the front of your scooter where you could easily put your scooter charger or other stuff as well. So you don't have to worry about range anxiety just because you will always have your charger with you. Especially riding in the city, there should be a lot of outlets everywhere, so you won't really have to worry about getting stranded anywhere. And the app is another cool feature where you could go on and there is actually a lot of functions where you could lock your scooter, you could also turn off cruise control, you could even set a speed limit on the electric scooter through the app, and you could also turn off the push to start feature, which is my favorite thing they have done out of anything. Push to start is definitely going to save you battery because you don't have to strain out the motor every time you go and start off 0 miles an hour. However, me personally, I do like to just throttle and watch the scooter go, so turning off this feature definitely helped a lot where I don't have to push all the time. So this app definitely has a lot of cool features. Lastly, the warranty of this scooter is going to be around 1 year, which is quite a long time for such a cheap scooter. If you are not satisfied with your purchase, you will have a 30-day money back guaranteed. ISinWheel will be shipping this model in the USA. They will also be shipping to the UK and France as well. Now that I covered all the specs, let's go over some pros and cons of this electric scooter. Coming off with the pros are the rubber tires. Like I mentioned, these tires are rubber tires and they are puncture free. This is an electric scooter that is used for commuting in the city. There could be a lot of sharp objects on the road that could easily puncture a pneumatic tire. So as a beginner consumer who is just trying to commute from point A to B, this scooter is definitely worry free. Next pro is the mechanical rear brake. I was definitely having a lot of fun drifting this scooter, which is really not intended for its use. However, it was a lot of fun. The scooter will definitely lock the wheel if you pull hard enough, and you could easily come to a complete stop. The mechanical disc brake will give you a huge advantage slowing down compared to other PEVs such as electric skateboards or electric unicycles where you would have to rely on regenerative braking. Next pro is its full suspension. Yes, for this price of electric scooter, you will be getting full suspension, which is really handy. I was able to go jump up curbs and down curbs, and it didn't really strain out my feet at all. It's definitely not the most comfortable ride. However, just riding on the sidewalk or on streets, the suspension was definitely able to absorb most of those shocks and most of those bumps. Moving on to the cons, here are some improvements ISinWheel can do with this electric scooter. First, coming up is the hill climb. So if you do live in a hilly area, I would probably not recommend this scooter for you because it will struggle for a bit if it's a little bit higher than that 20% advertised hill climb. Another fix or improvement I would recommend for them is their headlight. However, I feel like the beam is too spot on and it just focuses in one particular spot. So if they could diffuse the light just a little bit, you'll definitely have a wider angle which will illuminate the road a little bit better during night riding. But overall, I think that this electric scooter is perfect for commuters out there who just don't know how to ride any PV at all, because at the end of the day, an electric scooter is probably the easiest PV anyone could master. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and like and subscribe to this channel for more upcoming videos. If you would like to purchase this electric scooter, it is on sale right now, and on top of that, you could use my discount code as well, which will save you a little bit more. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.